Good morning, Hexicans. How are we doing today on this beautiful Monday, guys? Let me adjust this real quick. I am getting tuned back in with Puerto Rico right now, and all my equipment is malfunctioning. There we go. Let's see if we can keep that. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know in the chats if you can hear me okay. But wanted to be able to come and do a Monday stream, even if the equipment is not working well. I might have to call it quits here if I can't get this to work right. Can you guys hear me? Let me know in the comments if you can hear me. And we're going to go ahead and move forward. So what's going on, guys? How we doing? I believe we are seeing the last shakeout before inauguration date. This happens every part of the cycle, and I got some proof that I'm going to show you guys today that we do this every time. And everyone's freaking out on Twitter saying this is the top of the cycle. Bitcoin's going down to 70K, and every other narrative that you possibly could see from the fear porn from the big influencers. It's quite crazy, actually, and it's just another shakeout. That's all it is. It's the last shakeout leading into the CPI data that's going to be coming out here shortly, and also before inauguration in the Gary Gensler getting the boot out of the chair, so that we can replace him with somebody who can put some good regulation, good policy in place, and stop going after the good guys in crypto like Richard Hart. But let me show you guys what I am referring to, and I will show you proof that this is just another shakeout and it's all part of the cycle. I am going to share my screen, and I will do the entire window because when I share this particular the PDF displayer, does not work with StreamYard, but it works this way. So as you can see, January 15th, 2017, massive capitulation shakeout before the next move up all the way into March, which is what we are anticipating actually to be the top of altcoin season too. March, April, could be April. Once again, 2021, which was an absolutely crazy bull market cycle. That was the cycle of NFTs. That was the cycle of DeFi. That was the cycle of a lot of the stuff that we know and love today. Hex came out during that cycle, right? And you can see once again, big old shakeout before massive move up. Guys, this is the exact same thing we're heading into. All right, this is no different. It could drop a little bit more, filling this wick. I'd have to pull up the actual chart. I got this from one of the Bitcoin, credit to those guys. One of the Bitcoin accounts, one of the big ones, like the Bitcoin news account or something like that. Grabbed it off Twitter though, and because it backed up my data point that I've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, that this shakeout's just part of the cycle leading into inauguration, because people are scared before the president takes office. And I don't know why they'd be scared about Gary Gensler getting the boot, because that excites the shit out of me. I don't know about you guys, but that makes me extremely excited. All the stuff that's had its dark cloud over it, in my opinion, can be reviewed and be set for takeoff. They said they're going to review every single case and see if it's legitimate, just been part of the Operation Choke Point 2.0. And if it is, there's a good chance that it could be just completely dismissed, right? And it's not saying that, this is without saying Auntie Carol comes in with her late Christmas cookies, right? Maybe they're like New Year cookies now, because we're in the new year here and we still haven't gotten our cookies. Auntie Carol, can you please put an express order on said cookies? We would like to know when we would like to know some information on that. That's all. We would like to know, are we going forward or are we not? Do we need the new SEC chairman to take control of this, or are you going to throw it out via jurisdiction? I see it happening either way, although I do have a good feeling about the cookies getting delivered. So, yeah, good stuff here, guys. It is all part of the cycle. Don't fall into the fear mongering that we're seeing everywhere on Twitter. Once again, it's a big shakeout before the next massive move up. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me, guys, if like some of the big institutions are the ones who are coordinating the shakeout, like BlackRock. I saw that they were selling a bunch of Bitcoin, I think it was last week. Like, why not shake out the rest of the market before grabbing up, as much Bitcoin as you possibly can? Because the next move up is after inauguration date. If I was BlackRock, that's smart money. I would be doing it. I would be selling my Bitcoin to put fear into the market so everybody else sells, and I can go back in and buy it for cheaper, aka buying everyone else's Bitcoin is what they'd be doing. So it's all part of the cycle, guys. On good news, let me show you the secret chart, because in my opinion, once again, I'm just a dude on the internet, by the way. This is not financial advice. I only speculate on my money, and you guys can do whatever you want because you guys push the buttons that you push. You can go buy stocks and bonds if you want. Like Sammy always says, you don't even got to buy this stuff, right? It's highly speculative. We're lucky this shit even works, like Richard Hart says. And I'm here for it, man, because I believe in the cycles. I believe in where we're going. I see the vision. I have the faith. And this secret chart only backs up my resolve. That's all it does. So let's go ahead and show that today, because that's the real reason why you come here. The only people who show this is the good TA guys, like Hans. I saw Hans post it the other day. I don't know if you guys are following me on Twitter, which probably most of you guys are. I have way more followers on Twitter than on YouTube. I wish I had the opposite. I got 6,000 followers on Twitter, a couple thousand on YouTube. You can see here, this is Pulse measured in Ethereum terms. And you can see, man, I mean, guys, it hit that capitulation zone and it sat in that zone perfectly. We could even put it on the candle chart. This is on the weekly. I mean, I don't know what other evidence you need for we are at bottom versus ETH. Does that mean if ETH goes down, can we go down a little bit versus the dollar? Of course it does. But I don't care about measuring it against the dollar. That does me no good whatsoever. Only measuring it in ETH does me good. That's all it does. I know ETH is going to be just fine this bull market. I know ETH is going to go to 7,000, 12,000, maybe 17,000. Who knows? I don't make price calls, but it's going to do just fine for making some returns. And we just need to know, are we positioned against ETH in that regard, that we can go up on multiples against ETH? You can also measure it against Bitcoin, although it is better to measure against ETH, because we do know about 317,000 Ethereum's, ETHs, or ETH tokens, whatever you want to call it, in two different wallets that likes to buy our stuff. Most people will tell you it's 170 ETH. I am here to tell you the actual data is 317,000. I think a couple thousand might have been off-ramped, if I remember right, through Binance. But the majority of the ETH is still there in both of those wallets, waiting for the right time. That's what my opinion is on this, and I'm sticking to it. Once again, not financial advice. What do I know? I'm just a dude on the internet. But man, guys, this is weeks and weeks of data, months of data, to be honest with you. And it's showing me that we are in the right place at the right time. Still, you just have to be bullish on ETH. Once again, we're kind of getting a bit of a red day today. Nothing too crazy, though. Nothing we can't handle. Pulse is down about 6%. Pulse X 7, Inc 8, Hex 10%. I saw there was a big whale that capitulated. He did. Why do people do this? I have no idea. He sold 48 million Hex in one market sell. What the heck are you thinking there, bro? Like, you're going to freaking get massive slippage against yourself. Nothing wrong with taking your money and running, but I mean, it's not my money, but I would be a little bit more strategic. I don't have as much Hex as him. I mean, if you include all my stakes, I'd have to count it all up and see, but I don't think I have as much Hex as him if I include all my stakes. it's interesting because, he absolutely wrecked the chart against himself. He's, shaked himself out. I saw Martin post that he is all out of his liquid. He was a massive liquid whale. So it means he doesn't stake. And so I'm glad to see these guys actually sell the bottom. And by extracting, by dumping so much against himself, that slippage, he only hurts himself and is extracting less value out of the community. So, hey, I don't know. So that's why Hex is down 10% and eHex 10% too. And SolidX sitting right down there in that bottom range at $15, which is one of my favorite meme coins on Pulse Chain. I'm a big fan of the SolidX community, Randy Hilarski, all those guys over there, Tiago, of course, since he is the creator. And I'm going to see a lot of those guys out in Panama in January. That's this month. Towards the end of the month, if you guys are going to be out there in Panama, please let me know. Come say hi. Don't be shy. Let's go have some coffee. Let's go have lunch, whatever it is that you guys are into. I don't drink alcohol, but I drink a occasional kava. I like kava. I wonder if Panama has kava bars. I have to look that up. And if they do, we'll have to go search one out. Puerto Rico has them. So that's what I do here to kind of unwind. And let's check in with you guys and see how everyone's feeling today. I know some of you guys are feeling some FUD, feeling the bad news, people calling this is the market cycle top. No, bro, it's not. It is not different this time. I'm sorry to tell you. Sorry, a guy with only 2,000 subs has to tell a guy that has millions of subs that this is not the market cycle top. You're an idiot. You're just an idiot. You are fear mongering your audience to sell their bags so you can buy cheaper, and you're doing it for clickbait too. So, real quick before we take from the audience, there is 76 of you guys watching. Make sure if you're on Twitter, give me a retweet. That would help the algorithm over there to bring them over to YouTube so they can click the like, smash the like, hit the subscribe, hit that bell notification. Keep pushing the good word of cryptocurrency as a wealth creation tool, which I am freaking passionate about, and we're on this journey together. And real estate and other real world assets like business and mergers, oil and gas, and we're using that as a wealth preservation tool. And we can do that all while not paying taxes twofold, either by moving to Puerto Rico, which most of you guys aren't going to do that, or you can use the trust, the DeFi Wealth Trust, which we are sponsoring the Pulse 369 tour. We're the second biggest sponsor there. So guys, if you go into the Pulse 369 tour, come hang out. We will be there. We're speaking on stage. We're going to be doing a lot of talking and presenting about this trust. I want to make sure you guys are educated as much as possible about this information so you can go on and change the trajectory of your family tree where you can be the one. You can be the one in your family lineage to basically break those chains of mediocrity. And that's what I am so passionate about on this show with you guys, because you guys are the best damn cryptocurrency community that I've ever seen. And but once again, what do I know? I'm just a dude on the internet. And we got Mr. Red Squirrel. Oi, oi, what up, bro, man? I want to be a fork. Hey, man, when you out in China again? I think we are going April or May. I'll get exact dates this week, but let me know when you're out there so we can see we can make something happen. How I made, what up, bro, man? How we doing? See those California wildfires. That's why you don't 555. As much as you guys might FUD on that comment, he has a freaking excellent point. Nothing wrong with doing your 555s. I get it, right? Like that's how you lock in the most amount of T-shares. The second best way to lock in your amount of T-shares is doing market cycle stakes. But you want to make sure you have enough liquidity to make a difference in this cycle. So you could change your family tree this cycle. When I say you're the one in your family to break the chains of mediocrity, to break the 9-to-5 curse, the 401k scam, I mean this cycle. I don't mean 2, 3, 4, 5 cycles out. I mean right now. Like, let's get it. We're about to go through an absolute parabolic run in altcoin season, And if you're not liquid, has some liquid, Hex, I mean, not like our boy with selling 48 million in one go. That's kind of stupid. But like, you want to make sure that you have the economic energy to change your family tree this cycle. So like, he has a very good point. You know, I do not fall into the narrative of like staking all my Hex 555 or even building out a staking ladder where you go big in 555 and then you put all the rest of your stakes on your mom's birthday, your birthday, your wife's birthday, your anniversary. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. You got a lot of people wrecked. Last cycle. And Hex is a great tool. T-shares are a great tool if used the right way. How I Made's got a good point. I know you guys don't like that ideology, but he's onto something. Good morning, Corey. What up? What up? Checks my pulse. Blue collar crypto. What kind of blue collar do you do, man? We love the blue collar guys. Construction is almost some of my favorite. When I used to flip houses, I could resonate very well with you. What's shaking heads of kids? T-minus 7 days to Auntie Karen's deadline. Inauguration. Let's effing go. I'm buying and not crying. I agree with this. We have bottom against ETH. In my opinion, once again, not financial advice, but my opinion, we bottom against ETH. We could go a little lower against the dollar. Maybe. I don't know. It's possible, right? With the fear mongering and the FUD from the influencers who have 1 million subs. Like, those guys are disingenuous to their audience. But yes, this is the perfect time to load some bags up. I feel strongly, guys. Once again, what I know, this is going to be the last time we see these price ranges down in here before going on the next run up, just because the market cycle data shows us that. It shows us that. So, and that's what I follow the most is the data. That's all that matters the most, is how you make the most educated investing decisions. I wish I'd have been more in tune with the data when I first got into crypto and I went through my first cycle. I was not. I got absolutely freaking wrecked because I was not in tune with the data. And it's funny because I come from the world of real estate and that's all we use is data. And I treated it more like a casino back then. And it absolutely got me smashed when you should be treating it like an investment class, an asset class. Okay. Hexcoin is, oh, thanks, man. I don't know why it was giving me a bunch of feedback on the mic, but okay, as long as the mic is working now, it sounds good on my end too. I'm getting back into the groove of things here in Puerto Rico. Got back on Saturday, and had a day to unwind. But man, that 3-hour difference from Arizona to here, it's massive, man. I got up at 6 today in Arizona. That's like 3 a.m. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I got going and we were good. But man, it's going to take about a week to really kind of get back in, in sync. A1, all right, cool, man. Sounds good. Okay, good. That's good. I mean, this mic better be freaking working. It's a $2,000 mic, man. It should last me for years to come. Better. ETH will pump soon. I agree, man. I mean, guys, even the freaking upcoming president of the United States is adding ETH to his personal portfolio. I don't know what else you need, man. He owns more ETH personally. Now, I know the Bitcoin narrative and all that, and the United States is still going to be that way, but like he owns more ETH, I do believe, than Bitcoin in his personal portfolio. So that should tell you something. Pulse Chain will move with or without Auntie Carol's cookies. I agree, but it helps. Pulse Chain would have that sugar rush, and it would freaking go. It would go. So it would help. I agree, man. I believe if it don't happen, though, that we're going to see it being thrown out with Operation Choke Point 2.0 when they go to reanalyze all the cases after the new chairman steps in. Because you got to remember, guys, once again, we talked about this show multiple times, right? But let's reinforce this. The reason why Gary Gensler is leaving is because of cases like the Richard Heart case. That's why. So why would the new SEC chairman come in and go, oh yeah, we're going to continue with these? It just makes no sense to me. Now, I understand if the DOJ is involved on something because that's a different department. Now it's criminal, and there's other, there's a lot of other factors that go into that. And this is not us. So no matter what, Mr. Cardano guy says, which I don't care. Like, you FUD all you want, bro. I don't give a shit, dude. Like, of course you're gonna FUD. You own the most Cardano in the world. Like, let him FUD. I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. But it don't matter what he says. It's not criminal. And the stupid Interpol thing, man, that was just the SEC making one last Hail Mary, calling up Interpol and going, hey guys, can you help us out? You have this guy over there in Europe, and let's put a stop to him. And that's all that was, guys. I mean, take a step back. Don't use your emotions, and you can see this stuff. NJ Dubs, some guy sold 500K hex this morning and bridged it to ETH sitting. And yeah, I saw that. I saw that, man. It was crazy. Yeah, it wasn't the whole 173 wasn't sold in one click though, right, Red Squirrel? I think I saw like 47, 48, one click, which is still a lot, man. It's incredibly a lot. You hurt yourself so bad. Like, why not? Like, I just want to understand why not dollar cost average out? Like, sell 1 million every day. There you go. It wouldn't do if you sold 1 million every day. You would catch a lot more buy pressure. The bid side that you could sell into and not experience the slippage. And you might actually get some more value out because maybe we start going back up, right? It makes no sense to me why you wouldn't just dollar cost average out. At the very least, you can sell liquidity, V3 liquidity and all that. Although I haven't played too much with V3 on Pulse Chain yet. I know 9mm's got it, which is cool. I think 9inch has got it too, but need to play with that on Pulse Chain. I used to do a lot of it over on Ethereum. So I know how to do it. I just got to, put the reps in over on Pulse Chain. But yeah, at the very least, man, dollar cost average out. That way you're selling into some of the bid. I just don't get it. Why hurt yourself? But hey, man, I'd rather have him extract less value. When you create that massive wick, that's you. That's just you hurting yourself. It's just not, yeah. How do I order Kava first time, man? You just got to look. I don't know where you're living. I don't know if it's legal. In most places it's legal. Yeah, Kava is just a root drink from the Polynesian islands, and I tell people it's like chamomile tea times 10. Has that relaxing mood kind of shift. It's a very relaxing drink. And yeah, we have a couple Kava bars here in Puerto Rico. We have a bunch of them in Arizona. They're popping up everywhere. They're starting to get real trendy, which is crazy. It's good. It's better than your normal alcohol bars. But you have to look up if you have any Kava bars in the area. You can make it. Making it's not easy, man. I've done it. You have to get the root. And you got to like steep it and then strain it. It sucks. Just see if you can find a Kava bar. Google it in your area and see if there's any out there. Mr. Mitch Sprouse, what up, boo, man? Yep, more hex for you to buy. I wish I had some dry powder to go in there and buy, man. I don't this particular month because I'm getting ready to pay the stupid IRS that I owe before Puerto Rico, before the trust, the beginning of 2023 when I was doing my business in Arizona. I freaking owe them $42,000. I got to pay them in the beginning month of February, so I'm getting ready for that. Once that's done, and then I'm back into, I'm hoping DCA mode be over by then, but you never know. Yeah, man, it's a good time to buy for sure, dude. If you can get some hex right now around a penny, ooh, boy, you're buying those dollars for pennies right now. I'm there in April. Oh, okay, cool, dude. I think that'll work then, because it's going to be I'll let you know for sure once I get her schedule. Once I get the kids' schedule, I got to get 2 daughters in school. But they should be on summer break at the same time. I'm hoping they better be. Otherwise, we'll make it work like Christmas, man. I had to hey, you're going to take off 2 weeks, 1 week from the beginning of your break and 1 week out there. And then the other daughter, I was like, okay, you're going to take 1 week off before. Man, we made it work. Yo, Corey, the latest 43 million hex dumper has actually dumped over 170 million, 3 clicks since September 19th. Used to be one of the largest. Yeah, that's what I saw, Super Snake. Still, man, September 19th. I don't know how many days is that. That's like 30, 60, 90. I mean, dude, you could just sold 1 million hex a day and caught the bid a lot better since he'd have way more money if he was just every day dollar cost averaging out. What's the hurry, man? Not you. I get it, right? Like we all understand here, but man, what's his hurry? Why click it out in 3 clicks like that and hurt yourself? I don't know, man. It's weird. Heskavator. I love it. Good morning, folks. How are we doing, man? Welcome to the show. Heskcoiner, correct. We need the change this cycle as I wrecked myself. Yeah, man, that's the thing, dude. I mean, there's no point in doing all this if you're not in it for wealth creation, in my opinion. I get like, okay, the ideology of like, okay, crypto is the new frontier. We're trying to become bankless. We need self-sovereignty. Yeah, I buy into that. But you also need escape velocity for you can go out and do the things that God's intended purpose for you to do here on this earth, to go and do those things, those dreams. And you need escape velocity to do that. You can't be working a stupid 9 to 5, making somebody else rich, trying to rely on the 401k scam. So buy the dip. I agree, Briz. Man, I wish I could, dude. Can you call the IRS and let them know that I won't be paying them for another 2 or 3 months, and then I'd go buy the dip without 42 grand. I would put all 42 grand in freaking Hexagon now, dude. If I can get that IRS bill freaking delayed, I would throw the whole fucking lot in, man. Jeez. Gotta be responsible with my money sometimes. Painting, carpentry, remodeling. Oh man, yeah, dude. You do all the shit that all my boys out in Arizona do, including Mitch. Mitch is he's a contractor out there, and yeah, man, Hexagon contractor, right? Thinking of starting a channel to help other contractors like myself navigate computer wallet steps. Do it, man. There's more of you guys than not. I met up with another Hexagon in Arizona the first time, and he was a contractor. And so it would be good to see a channel pop up around, just hold the blue collar workforce. The Hexagon Cardarius, shit. Speak of the devil, and he shall rise. There's 3 of you guys here in the chat, man. You guys all need to connect, man. What's good, Corey? Great day. Another great day in Hexaco. Absolutely, man. I'm back on the island. This is my Hexaco here. And we're locked and loaded, back in the groove of things. And it's going to be a beautiful bull run. It's going to be a beautiful 2025. This is the year of wealth for me. Not that it's not going to be the year of health. The year of health was last year, but I'm carrying those habits into 25. We actually talked about that at the Kava Bar. So it is going to be an amazing year. That's for sure. I am sure of it. Hi ho, Hex. Getting ready to launch. Getting ready to launch what? What are you launching, man? Can you launch it on Pulse Chain, man? Anytime we launch shit over on Ethereum, we get wrecked. Staying out of there for a while, man. Mixing up the liver cleanse shakes while listening to the stream. Let's go, Diamond Hand Degenerate. I'm about to go back on the liver detox myself, man. And it's good. You wanna do those first thing in the morning to help the body. First thing it's doing is working all the organs, it's pushing that thing first thing through your body first thing in the morning while your body's still kind of empty, and do it for a minimum of 2 weeks, man. I'm about to do it again myself. DC in, DC out, DC in again. Worked the weekend for some extra dry powder waiting on the bridge. Man, I am envious. I am envious of you, sir. I tell you what, one of my good friends, Nick, he's also a Hexagon Pulsican real estate guy out in Arizona. He pays his IRS taxes with a credit card. He has a third-party company. You pay a couple, points to do that, but you get your points back from the credit card. And I was like, man, that is ingenious. I could probably throw all that money on a credit card and write it out for another couple more months and throw all that money in tax. That would be very responsible me. But who knows? It's on my mind. I can't imagine leaving while that 171K ETH hangs over a Pulse Chain, man. It's 300. It's like 310,000, bro. But yes, that's in one wallet, man. Dude, that's only like backup plan. I don't like that's like I don't even we don't even need that. That's like, okay, here's the backstop. If everything else fails, here's the other 310,000 Ethereum waiting, right? Like that's like if everything else fails, which it's not. We've seen everything else go our way up to this point. So yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't understand. So it's teach their own though, man. Like I said, he is extracting less value now than he could have done by DCAing or waiting or whatever. He's hurting himself, which is fine. I mean, maybe the guy's got tens of millions of dollars and he don't care about leaving 80 grand on the table. I don't know. But not me, man. I want every freaking dollar. So, well, guys, 142 of you guys watching now, 47 watching on my channel. But hit the likes, hit the subscribe. I once again, I keep looking at the statistics of how many of you guys subscribe versus how many of you guys watch. And for some crazy reason, there's only 50% of you guys who are subscribed to my channel who watch my channel. Like, what the heck? It's a very interesting data. I promise not to flood your inbox like Sami. Although maybe if I did, that's why maybe you guys would subscribe if I started doing like 4 or 5 shows a day. I just don't have the time in me. I just don't have the time in me, and it would be difficult to stream that much. I don't know how Sami does it, and I'm convinced now he's a human. I got to stream with him again on the Hex conference, which is a lot of fun. He kind of just popped in on RH's spot. Matty always leaves a spot for RH to pop in if he so desires. And his backup is like, well, I'll have Sticker Guy come up if RH don't show up. And we got Sami, which is cool. That was a lot of fun. Of course, he stole the show, which was to be expected. And I didn't mind it. I didn't mind sitting back and listening to him rant for 45 minutes and wrap up the Hex conference. So it was really good. I also posted, guys, on Twitter my 20-minute segment of the Hex conference where I talked about wealth mindset, which is something that we all need to prepare for this coming bull run, making sure we take accountability for everything that we do in our lives, that make sure that we take responsibility for all the environment we have in our lives, for all the outcomes and where we're at in our life, to take extreme ownership of that. And that's what that segment was about. It was also an advanced staking strategy, which is controversial to some of you guys like Brizology. But I talk about that on there. And then also talked about the trust, which will be a lot of fun. Like I said, we're sponsoring the Pulse 369 tour. I know some of you guys might not resonate with the pay to play type tours or pay to go, to events. They don't mind me. It's all dependent on, how much capital you have, how much liquidity you have, what you leave as far as fun in your life. And for me, it's like that fun traveling, that getting out there, meeting others at events, masterminds, that falls in that bucket, in that money bucket. And so, but if you're a guy who is working the 9 to 5, who has to scrape by $500 or less every 2 weeks to do a dollar cost average in, then you absolutely should not pay to go to conferences. That is the truth in that one. You should be putting every one of those dollars into crypto so you could 100x your life. And then maybe next cycle, you can start going to conferences. And I say that, and I'm sponsoring the Pulse 369 tour, right? Like that money could be used more strategic. But if you're a guy who's no problem putting in thousands of dollars every single month, and you want to go out there and create relationships and memories with people that you know, love, and trust, and meet new friends, then it's a great way to do it. Pulse 369 is the place for you. And so I'll be out in Vegas in March. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't have an affiliate link for the actual conference. You just got to go to the pulse369.com website, get tickets there. Or one of the shows that I watch that he had an affiliate link, I don't know if it's still going on, was a DJ Roundtable. Those guys do good work over there. And they had a discount code that you could have done to get some money off. But once again, just everyone's different, in a different place financially. And you got to be strategic with your money. The money that I use for that event, if I didn't go to that event, I'd have gone to another event, right? It's just the way I live my life. I go to a lot of events, and I go to a lot of masterminds, and they're all paid. But I'm also still able to come in and put some really good clips into the ecosystem. Except for when I have to pay the stupid IRS. Oh, man. It's like the dark cloud hanging over me. I just want to get it out of the way, and we will be back on our way. But by then, we might be going up only. We'll see. Matty B, replacing water lines right now in a 3-unit apartment. There we go. We got another contractor in the chat. Man, checks my pulse. I think you should start the channel, man. Do it, dude. Just the biggest thing with content. Also, I would say the biggest mover of the needle, and also the hardest thing to do is consistency. Is when you don't feel like getting up and turning on the camera and messing with the equipment because it's not working right. Like this morning, it wasn't for me. When you're tired because your time zone is off by 3 hours, you just do it anyways, right? And that's the biggest part about is pushing through that. I mean, once I get tuned in with you guys, the community, it becomes easy to talk, and there's enough topics that come up to keep the show going to discuss with you guys. It's literally like, for me, it's like sitting down at a round table with all you guys at it, and we're just masterminding. We're masterminding about ideas. We're masterminding about concepts. We're masterminding about crypto, wealth, health, everything, and just bouncing some ideas back and forth. And we don't have to agree with each other on all the ideas, but the ideas, we have very grown-up conversations about them, and we can see eye to eye and see each other's perspectives. And that's what I love about it, doing the show. It gets me tuned in with you guys. And so, yeah, that's what I would say for you. Checks my pulse is the consistency, getting up, showing up all the time for your fellow Hexakim blue-collar workers, contractors, and have some of them on your show too, right? Bring them up, talk about why they got in the Hex or Pulse chain, and what's their perspective on the ecosystem. So it's good stuff. Ready for more DCA? Me too, man. Damn it. I want a DCA. Jeez. You think I am. I don't think I am. You're wrong, sir. You're wrong about staking, because I like preserving my T-shares when I actually do get T-shares, which I don't get as many T-shares as you do, sir, because I don't believe in staking as much as you do. But when I do stake, I got to be very strategic and lock in those T-shares. So that way I get as much Hex as possible, which will be more than the guy who wants to stake around his wife's birthday or Christmas. It's so stupid. Billy Blanco from the Bronx. Hey, how are we doing? Yes, hit the like, smash the subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, just do it. Okay? Help the algorithm, shoot us to the stratosphere. I'll be pumping your bags all through the bull run and talking about wealth preservation and not paying stupid 3-letter agencies. That 42K is the last 42K I'll be giving those assholes for a very long time. I'll tell you that. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I will do my best. It's a lot of fun too, man. Once you get in the groove of things, and hanging out with you guys is a blast. I know a lot of contractors just in my circle and network that would like to get into crypto but don't know where to start. Not tech savvy. Yeah. And then you can do a lot of education around that, right? A lot about security, how to set up the hardware wallet properly with a hidden passphrase, have multiple accounts in your hardware wallet for different purposes and use cases, how to use the bridge, stuff like that, how to connect to the blockchain, in a very safe manner. That's that security posture is what Papa Boner likes to call it, and have good habits, right? And this is why most people are scared of crypto. Is this right here? It really is. And it might sound boring to talk about, but you will attract a lot of the new users talking, because it helps eliminate the fear, right? Bring that fear down and bring their certainty up so they can come in here and change their life. Working on a 42-foot natural gas line, man, that's crazy. Don't light any fires around it. That's a good contractor. That's awesome. Blue collar. Here we go. That's right. Some of you guys might not be blue collar after this cycle, though. So maybe you'll be owning maybe you'll just go and own your own construction company and have someone else run it for you. And who knows? U.S. taxes is a voluntary system. This is true. Sort of. I like to do it in a way, though, when I'm avoiding these taxes in a way where if they were to come down on me, I am like clean. That's why I moved to Puerto Rico, man. It was such an easy decision for me. At the time, I didn't know about this type of trust, because if I had known about the trust first, I probably would have moved to Puerto Rico. But at the time, I was like, man, that is the best option. I can go live on a tropical island. I could pay 0 taxes on capital gains. Plus, it's only 4% on corporate. I'm like, this is like the no-brainer decision for me. Yes, is there a cost associated to the move and living here. That's more than living in Arizona. Of course there is, but it's way less than the alternative of paying those guys. And plus the experience of living out here, moving here, living in a different culture. I'm all about that. And these are memories and experiences that I'll take to my deathbed. And so with my family, right? This is part of who they are now. And that was very important too. And so I weighed all those things out before moving out here. And it's like, yeah, it's a good decision. So that's how I like to keep it clean, man. I know there's other ways. And with a trust, you can keep it clean too. They can't do anything. Diamond Hand Degenerate, Briz is that dude that there's no way I'm setting stakes to come out in a bear market. Yeah, that's the guy, man. He tends to be an ink maxi on some days, and some days he tends to come to my show and just fud me on staking. We love Briz, man. He puts good work out there, though. Matty B, what up? What up? So, all right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for me. I am going to go catch a brunch and kind of take it easy today. Like I said, I'm still getting settled in from this time difference, man. It's rough. And even when I went back to Arizona, it was tough for me. I was getting up at 3 hours earlier in Arizona. I was up like at 4 or 3 in the morning. I was like, damn, what do I do? And I was going to the gym during that time. And now it's the opposite. I'm getting up early. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I need to sleep in that 3 hours. So it'll take a week to get settled back in. But guys, once again, man, don't get fudded out with the freaking influencers with 1 million subs. Talking about this is the market cycle top. This time is different. This time is not different. I'm sorry. It's just how it goes. The market cycles have been around since we've been off the dollar standard. It's based around the global liquidity index. This is no different this time around. I showed you the data. We are just going through one last shakeout. And it wouldn't surprise me if the powers that be like BlackRock and Fidelity and all these, bigger ETFs are shaking people out because they want everyone's Bitcoin, right? And they're coming in and they're going to buy it back up. So be careful. We've already seen proof. In my opinion, it's proof. Once again, it's a dude on the internet, not financial advice, but that's proof to me that we have bottomed against ETH, the Pulse Chain ecosystem. Great time at DCA. Come in the ecosystem. I feel like it's one last chance before takeoff. Yes, we'll have other pullbacks, but when you have an 80% pullback after you do 5X, you're not down in these levels anymore. You stair-stepped your way up the ladder, and you're no longer buying these prices. So once again, this is the time right after inauguration that altcoin season and things start moving again. And I don't think this time is different. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. Once again, I could be wrong. So we will see, guys. Once again, remember, if you want to 10x the value you bring to crypto, your portfolio, you want to 10x your portfolio, all you got to do is 10x the value you bring your fellow community. My fellow blue-collar workers understand this concept. They can go out there and scale their business, create more jobs, serve more people, more community, more fellow man, fellow woman by helping build more houses, do more remodels, whatever it is. And then they take that money and you bring it back into crypto and you 100x your freaking life. Escape velocity. Guys, on that note, I will see you mañana. Peace.